Ah, come on. There we go.
Magic for normies.
Hi, everybody! Welcome to Magic for Normies! How's it going tonight? I'm
Hey,
Pixie Kitten. This is Zuby, and we're here to talk about Magic the Gathering
we are.
for casual normie players, because that's what we are.
You have not been playing much Magic lately on Twitch, I should say.
Me?
Yeah, you.
No, I haven't been. No, I haven't. Sorry. Hey, Baltan. Hey, Quad
Hey, Ballatan.
Nines. How's it
Hey, Quad
going?
Nines.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We're gonna have a regular show where we just like talk and chit chat and have things to talk about, and then we're gonna play Jumpstart. Thank you for the follow, Quad Nines.
Ooh, thank you.
We're gonna play Jumpstart after we're done chit chatting.
Yes.
So our friend Ginger Joe had these packs sent to us because he wanted to see us play on Magic for Normies, and I feel like Jumpstart is such a normie level way to play Magic. I love it. I'm so excited. I haven't opened any Jumpstart at all, so this is my first Jumpstart ever.
Yes.
And I'm excited. Hi,
Yeah.
Muhammad. Hi, Dougie Fresh.
Hey, Muhammad.
Hi, Scary
Scary
Gary P.
Gary. Dougie Fresh. Dang.
What's up? How's it going,
Hey,
everybody?
everybody.
We're so glad you're here. So the first thing we're going to talk about is what's been going on in our life lately, because last time we had a Magic for Normies, we just played EDH. And that was
Yes.
fun, but we didn't really have any topics. We didn't really talk. So what's been going on with you lately, Zuby?
I am building a new computer.
Oh, you're building a
Ooh.
new computer?
Yes, I got all the parts in today.
Okay.
But you know what I forgot to order?
What?
I forgot to order the thermal paste for the processor.
Thermal paste?
Yeah, so your processor gets really, really, really hot, and you
Okay.
need some paste to put on it so the heat sink can go on it as well. And
Okay.
I forgot to order thermal paste, and it's like $12, and it's the only thing I forgot.
Well, you can maybe just go grab some at the computer parts store.
Oh yeah, no, I've already ordered some on Amazon. It
Oh,
was
okay.
just I went to go start putting it together tonight, like right before we started, and
Gotcha.
realized, oh crap, I don't have any glue.
So you couldn't start. I see.
No, I
Yeah,
couldn't.
are you gonna film it? Are you gonna are you gonna do the like
Do
Henry
do that.
Cavill the whole thing? Like that whole
Should
building
should I
thing?
should I stream it?
Definitely. Yeah, building a computer, I think people would be interested in that.
I don't know if they want to see me stream it as I curse and actually no,
That
I
might
it
be entertaining.
it might be. It
Yeah.
might be. Other than that, I think last time we talked, like right before I was going on the break, I decided to delete social media off my phone.
Yes.
And holy crap, it was hard at first because you're so used to just grabbing your phone and like looking on it like
Yeah.
every 5 seconds. But I've
Right.
gotten used to it. So I'm only really going on social media on the desktop,
Okay.
and it's getting good. I'm getting less stressed out, and I've been giving less craps about what's going on in the Twitterverse.
That's great. Good.
It
Whatever you
is
got to
great.
do to keep yourself less stressed out, I'm all
Yeah.
for it. So that's
Yes.
good.
Yeah. And then other than that, God, not much else. It's Florida's getting crazier with the pandemic.
Yes.
I mean the whole country's going crazier with it, but
Of
you know.
course. Yes.
Other than that, it's been not too much. Oh, I started streaming StarCraft on Sundays.
Oh, I saw that. I did see that last weekend. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that going?
I'm terrible at the game, but it's so
Okay.
much fun. It's a nice break from just streaming Magic.
Yeah, if you're having fun, it's okay.
Yeah.
You can be terrible. YOLO,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah, pretty much YOLO it all.
Yeah.
But what about you? What have you been up to?
I'm gonna tell you what I've been up to, and I actually made notes so I would remember everything.
Oh, snap.
Yep. Um, So, first thing that I've been up to, I got my wisdom teeth removed.
I know, gross.
Not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before. It was awful. I'm just going to tell y'all. So, anybody who has not yet had their wisdom teeth removed, I just want to be the one person to tell you, like, it's not just one day you're feeling bad and then you're better. Oh, no, no, no. I'm going on almost 2 full weeks here, and I'm just now able to, like, eat solid food. So,
God,
just
that sucks.
prepare yourself for the long run. But I guess it was necessary, right? Hi,
Yeah.
Blue Lore. Thank you for the follow.
Hey, Blue Lore.
Doug says that he thinks I will open the wall pack
And the mill
pack.
And I'll get discard vampires.
Okay, so I'm just gonna say right now, I know I'm jumping ahead, but I hope that I get vampire cats because that's what I want to open. Vampire cats.
I want dragons and goblins.
Ooh, that's a good one too, though. Okay, so other than that, I got my wisdom teeth removed. It was awful. I was pretty much like a zombie for an entire week, like literally laid on the couch because I could not do anything else. But
I know. I think I wanted to have you play some EDH with me one of the days, and you were like, "I just can't. I can barely talk. I can't." Like you'd be able to play, but you wouldn't be able to chat at all or anything.
Yeah, and I just felt so bad too. Like I just couldn't do anything except for just be a slug on the couch. It was awful. But I'm on the mend now. We are
Good.
living life again and happy about it.
And you can eat.
I can eat, yes. So the other thing I've been up to, I finished The Last of Us 2 last week.
Ooh, that's
while
right. That's
I was
right.
recovering. Yeah, it was so great.
Was it better than the first one?
I wouldn't say it was better than the first one because I really loved the first one. I would rate them equally the same, hand in hand. It was a nice full story. Like they went together well. I loved it. No spoilers. Don't worry. I will not tell any spoilers. I absolutely loved it though. I loved the first one and I loved everything about the second one. I would encourage anybody to play it and everybody to play it. Anyone and everyone.
Let me ask you this. One of the complaints I heard about the game was it was a bit too long. Like towards the end, it started to drag on a little bit.
No.
Was that true?
No. I don't agree with that at all. In fact, feel like it was kind of short.
Oh, wow. Really? Because I was hearing that it was like 30, 40-hour game. Something like that. At least that's what I read the reviews on. I don't know.
Can I look on the PlayStation and see how many hours I spent playing it? Is there a way to do that?
Maybe? I don't know.
I'll have to check on that and let you know. Because I don't know. I kind of feel like it was kind of short, but...
Yeah, because the first one wasn't that long.
Yeah, it wasn't terribly long.
It was like, what, a 10 to 20-hour game? Something like that?
Yeah, and I did not play the expansion pack thing to the first one, the expansion game.
Neither did I. Yeah.
But I want to go back and play it. I need to, but I never did. But I finished that. It was great. I would encourage anyone and everyone to play it if you can. It's my favorite video game of all time. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the the other thing I've been up to is I started streaming Animal Crossing on my Twitch channel right here. I've done that a couple of mornings this week, and I really like it. I mean, Animal Crossing is kind of, its own thing. It's like just real chill, but I enjoy it. I kind of play every morning anyways and do like all my little chore stuff around my island. So I thought, why not stream it? And I have been streaming it, and it's really fun. So there's like tons of island drama on my island.
Yeah, I was watching some of it this morning.
Yeah, there was drama yesterday too. Like both days, my villagers are like, I got in a fight with so and so. Like, can you help me make amends with them? And I'm like, seriously? So I need to come up with like a soap opera name for my island.
Seriously?
Yeah.
No, I've been watching it a little bit the past today and yesterday, and I really got to say, your town reminds me, or your island reminds me of like sort of a mountain village type thing. It seemed like that's the kind of vibe you're going for, like more.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say more because it's more like all the houses are spread apart and all that, and
Yeah.
I like that.
It's
I like
it's definitely doesn't have an urban feel like at all. It has what was the word? I there was a perfect word to describe my style. It's not really rustic. It's more like I don't know, charming,
maybe.
cottagey.
Yeah, because I kind of almost picture it like you know when you go to like Tennessee's perfect form where you if you want to go rent a cabin and
Yeah.
all that they have those like little cabin areas and like the houses are kind of spread apart, kind of something like that.
Yeah.
Um,
I really love my island. I
uh,
mean,
oh, I need you to see my island. I added a community pool to it.
oh, that's fun.
A
Okay.
little because I've tried to make my town like the like you know the movie Pleasantville, the whole black and white movie.
Yes.
I try to make it look like a 1950s small town, something like
Okay.
that.
Okay. Cool. That's interesting. And does it have like a dark side to it?
No,
Okay.
no. I mean, should it?
I don't know. Didn't Pleasantville like have an evil? That wasn't there like something evil happening?
They were all black and white, and they had to discover themselves to turn color or
Oh,
something.
I
You
didn't.
don't remember
I've
that
never
movie?
actually seen it. I've never seen the
Oh,
movie.
okay.
I remember the movie, but I've never watched it, so I don't
Oh,
know
okay,
what
okay.
happened. And I guess now I won't because you just spoiled it.
Yeah, exactly. I spoiled everything. Toby Maguire's in it from Spider-Man.
I
Um,
remember that. Yeah, I remember it. No, I didn't watch that. I never watched that. Yeah.
yeah, I like what Baltan says. Pixie's Island coming soon to the CW. Oh,
I need a good name for it.
it's totally like Gossip Girls or Gilmore
Yeah.
Girls, something like that.
We could call it like Gossip Villagers or something.
Gossip Crossing.
Gossip Crossing. That's good. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna write that down. It's gonna be the soap opera name for my island. I love it.
Oh
But
man.
yeah, it's been really fun streaming that.
No,
for
it
sure.
seems like you've been having a lot of fun doing it.
I
It's
like it.
and it's just that to me is just especially with what's going on. I think we've said this before, like that game is perfect for just relaxing and it's so happy and wholesome.
Yeah, it's really
It
good.
really is.
I love it. It's wonderful. So let's get into our topics for tonight. We are going to talk about Magic Arena State of the Game. That
Yes.
was released like last week or something.
Yeah, last week.
Mm-hmm.
Last week. So we're a bit late on the ball here, but that's okay. I mean, the big announcement was the
normies.
whole Jumpstart
Yep.
thing they were announcing.
Mm-hmm.
So you can play Jumpstart in Arena until
August 15th
So-
or something.
August 15th. Yeah,
pretty
something like
long.
August 16th. Ooh, my birthday. August 16th.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You know, my birthday's August 2nd, so we're
Oh,
almost twins.
Oh, dang, we're both Leos.
Yeah.
Oh God.
We should have a birthday normies episode.
Oh, we could. We definitely could.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
So our next episode would be August 6th, actually.
Is it? And then what's the one? What would be the one after that?
August 20th?
Okay, so that's the only one that's like in between the birthdays.
Yes.
So maybe we'll have a birthday episode.
Ooh, yeah, we got to start planning that now.
Yeah, we'll have a birthday party.
Ooh.
Oh, Mohammed, your birthday's the 1st of August.
We got a bunch of Leos in here, so we got all the good zodiac
Nice.
signs.
Yes. Sweet.
So let's see. So they're
Arena, Jumpstart, yeah.
Yeah, Jumpstart. I played a few games of Jumpstart on it, and it is super fun.
Okay.
I don't remember what my decks were because I
How?
didn't save them because I'm terrible at remembering. Oh no, I did. One of them was elves because I got that new mythic rare elf.
Ooh.
The one drop one that where things can't be countered or whatever.
Okay.
And then the other one was something I don't remember.
Okay.
It's not because I'm so good at remembering that stuff.
Clearly.
But the thing that I wanted to talk about the most was the developer roadmap for it. So if you scroll down towards the bottom, you see everything that's upcoming. And the thing I'm pretty excited about is the Amonkhet Remastered.
Ooh, what does that mean?
So basically, they're taking both Amonkhet sets, Amonkhet and Hour of Devastation. They're not putting both sets in completely. They're putting, like, out of the 400 something cards that are in both sets, they're only putting in 340 cards of it.
Okay.
So they're gonna and just make it a remastered thing, and we're
Why
gonna have
do they
more and more
do
cards
that?
for historic. What?
Why do they do that? Because they've done that
I
before with stuff where they don't put in everything.
Yeah, I don't know why they are doing that, to be honest, because before the game ever went out into open beta, they did have Amonkhet and Hour of Devastation programmed into the game.
So those
So
cards would already be there.
yeah, they do exist,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know why they're not releasing them all.
The
But
whole set, yeah.
yeah,
Or both of the
but
sets.
yeah, both sets, and I'm excited about it because there are definitely some fun Amonkhet cards.
Yeah.
Glorybringer being one of my favorite dragons in it,
Okay.
and then it seems like they are you're gonna be able to draft it as well too. Amonkhet draft was a lot of fun too.
I haven't really played any Amonkhet at all, ever.
That came out before you started, I think.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it's a fun set. Like, if you really like the whole Egyptian theme and all that, and the desert theme, you'll enjoy it. There's a lot of cool cards, and um,
Sweet.
I'm excited about that. So that means we're getting closer to Pioneer being
Yeah.
accessible in it.
In
Because
Arena.
let's
Yep.
be honest. Standard is not good right now.
It's not. No.
It's not.
It's not.
It's really not good.
Hmm.
And then if we get Pioneer in Arena, that means be more ways to play. But I'll
Yes.
be curious on what they do with Historic once Pioneer's in Arena. It'll
Because
be interesting.
Historic is only a thing in Arena, right? It doesn't
Yeah.
exist anywhere outside of Arena.
No, and the thing with Historic is it has cards that aren't Pioneer legal as well.
Okay.
Like for example, there's like some Scars of Mirrodin cards, some Kamigawa cards, some like very old sets that aren't Pioneer legal. So I'm just wondering what they'd even do
I don't know.
with it. I'll be interested to see because if they're trying to do Pioneer, but they already have Historic Anthology 4 on the roadmap as well too. So I'll be interested to see that. Oh, and mobile is coming too this year.
Mobile?
Meaning you
I
get to
didn't
play
see
Arena
that.
on your phone. Yeah.
Wow. How's that going to work? What if you have like a really crazy board state?
Oh god, you're right, because I was thinking originally it would be something similar to like Hearthstone, but Hearthstone you played Hearthstone, right?
No.
Well, it's you know what it is, right? The World
Yeah.
of Warcraft card game. So with Hearthstone, you're looking straight down at the board. So when you're playing it on mobile, it's a lot easier. But Arena, you're playing it aslant.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder how that would. Right? Are you playing it aslant or no? Or you're looking straight down? I can't remember. Or am I thinking of Magic Duels or whatever? I don't know. No, I think you're looking straight down, aren't you? Or is it slightly at a slant?
It's sort of slightly at a slant, I think. I don't think it's straight down.
But yeah, it's like a minor angle. Baltan says, yeah.
I think so too. Yeah.
But you're right. Like with crazy board states, let's say you're playing a token deck with 5 million, tokens out there,
and you want to set up your blockers or something.
Yeah. So I wonder how that's gonna like. I think on a tablet it'd be a lot easier, like an iPad or Android.
A phone,
yeah.
You'll be like,
I know, right?
How?
I mean, phones are getting bigger though.
Yeah, but I don't
infinite
know.
combo. Ooh, yeah, that's right. Like infinite combos, and yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
It will definitely be interesting, and I don't know. I just feel like I don't know. What if your connection is bad? I mean, I guess that can happen on PC also.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens, but
Hey, I
they're
mean,
doing it apparently.
it'd be great. You can play Magic on your way to work if you're, taking a bus or a train to work or something, or
Yeah.
you can play Magic in an airplane,
Yeah.
if you pay for the plane Wi-Fi, or you could
Yeah.
play Magic in the bathroom.
If you have to spend a lot of time in the bathroom, you can play Magic in the bathroom. Well, I guess you
Yeah.
could probably take a laptop in the bathroom now, but
Yeah, a
taking
little
your phone
cumbersome
would be
though.
easier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. When is rotation? That's happening, right?
Yeah, whenever Zendikar Rising comes out, which is what, October or something, I think.
I don't know.
Which, I mean, since I don't even play standard anymore, it won't make that much of a difference, but I am a little excited to see what they're going to do for Zendikar Rising.
Yeah.
Last time we were in Zendikar, it was nothing but Eldrazi everywhere.
Oh. Well, that'll
And
be
now that
interesting.
and now that the Eldrazi are dead,
Right.
apparently on Zendikar, I wonder what they're going to do.
Maybe they'll
Oh, is
all
it
be
September?
zombies.
Oh no, please no, not zombies.
Zombie Eldrazi, yeah.
Oh god. Didn't we already had that for Shadows over Innistrad or whatever? It was it was Eldrazi horrors. That's right. Because people were mutating into Eldrazi.
The 25th of September is what Muhammad
Oh,
says.
okay.
I'm
God,
excited
that
for
seems
one
so
less
far
format where Teferi is legal.
Yeah.
T3 Fairy.
Yeah,
That
that's
guy, man.
Hey, the new Teferi hasn't seen a whole lot of play.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
'cause
surprised. I
the-
really thought he was gonna just explode.
He probably will after rotation,
Maybe so. Yeah,
maybe.
we'll see.
But I think the only other thing that seems pretty interesting is they're gonna have friend deck sharing.
Yep.
So if you want to challenge your friend to whatever kind of format and they don't have some of the cards, boom, there you go.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
awesome.
cool. What about this equestrian thing?
It
What
says
is it?
it says not much more to say beyond that. We're also working on the upcoming standard sets. Oh, that's a name of an upcoming standard set. So what
Oh, they
WotC
haven't
does,
announced all of those yet.
so what WotC will do is when they have upcoming sets, they'll give them code names, and I think
Gotcha.
Equestrian is a code name.
So
it.
that's the set after Zendikar Rising,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Gotcha.
What do you think? What do you think it might be if you had to guess?
I think it's going to be all about horses.
Hmm?
Equestrian. I mean, duh. It's pretty obvious. It's not even a secret. Anybody could guess that.
Well, typically the code names have nothing to do with the set.
Yeah, I have no idea.
If you had, what theme would you want to see in an upcoming Magic set? Let me ask you that.
So I really love vampires, but they've already done that. So my favorite set lately was Throne of Eldraine.
I love the flavor of that set.
I am so surprised that I liked that storybook style so much, but I freaking loved it.
I wish we were at that playing longer.
Yeah, I know, it was great. We need to go back already. Doug says it's going to be a Norse theme. That would be interesting.
Like Viking themed or something, and maybe Norse gods or whatever.
Yeah, like Thor.
Thor, God of War, Kratos, and all that.
Ooh, that would be cool. If I had to guess, I have no idea. I don't know.
If I had to guess, I'd want to see. I would love to go back to Dominaria again.
Okay, people loved Dominaria. Really loved it. So I assume at some point they will.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
But what do you mean again? I know we were in
Again?
I know we were in Dominaria for like the first 15 years of Magic. I want to go back to it.
Yeah. People love it though. So.
Kratos isn't North, Zuby. Well, Kratos was in a Norse game in the latest God of War, if you played it. Boom.
Yeah, I don't think we'll go back to Dominaria anytime soon because they just kind of did that.
Oh, we're never going back to Kamigawa. No, that's never going to happen.
Ooh, what's the one set where there's like a bunch of goats and like cutesy things? That's the one I want to go back to.
The what? The which one?
There's like goats. And
what are you talking about?
It's like cutesy. Lorwyn, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, what are you even talking about?
I don't know, okay?
The Lorwyn. I would like to go back to Lorwyn. That's very like Lord of the Rings style.
Yeah. That would be fun.
Or if they did like a Scandinavian type thing, they could do like a Witcher set style.
Ooh, that would be cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. Crossover. I mean, they did the Godzilla thing. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. Like, they could have definitely more crossover. Like, Lorwyn could be more Scandinavian, maybe, and
Sure.
have Witcher promo stuff.
Yeah. I'm down. For sure.
Watsy, get on it. You can send your check to 2525 Normie Way.
Normie USA.
Normie USA.
Thanks. You're welcome. Nice. Well, that's interesting. I haven't played much Arena lately at all. Honestly, I haven't played Jumpstart at all in Arena. I really need to because I'm pretty sure I would love it, but I just haven't done it yet. But
it's Arena though.
I know. I knew that Jumpstart was going to be around through into August, so that's why I haven't done it yet. I've got some
It's
time.
worth at least trying it out once.
Yeah. I'm going to. I want to. I'm excited about Jumpstart, so I'll eventually try it out sometime.
Yeah, I think it's fun. I mean, hey, we're going to play Jumpstart tonight, so it might be even better on paper.
Yes, I'm really excited for that.
I know, me too. I can't wait to see what we get.
I know.
All right, so I think that's about it for the state, at least the important stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they do mention, what is it, some historic open thing that's all competitive, but I'll be honest,
we're normies.
I don't care.
We're not into that.
I don't really care.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's cool for the people that like it, but
yeah, it's fine. But that's not us.
I don't care about it anymore.
No. Nope.
All right, so should we jump on our next topic?
Yeah, our next topic is our origin stories.
The way we developed our spark.
Yes. I actually made a video on how I developed my spark, and it's called Planeswalker Training. So if anyone ever wants to watch that, you can see how I got my spark. It's pretty funny, I think.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that video. That was a funny one.
Yeah.
So it was just some questions that you and I were talking as we were trying to come up with show notes, and just I thought it'd be fun to, because I don't think we've talked about it before in the podcast. So it'd be fun, you and I go on about our origin story, because we've talked about, like, our favorite color and guilds and all that, but we've never talked about what brought us into playing Magic.
It's true. We haven't.
And let's start off with you. What brought you in? Because you are much newer to the game. You've only been playing, was it almost 3 years now?
It's a little over 2 years.
Oh, 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like I've told my origin story a lot because I've been on other people's shows or podcasts. Not like a ton, but, a handful. Yeah. And people always ask you, like, how did you get into Magic? And my origin story is kind of weird. So I wanted a podcast to listen to while I was at work, just to sort of pass the time. And I wanted it to be a nerdy podcast. And I wanted it to be about, I wanted to listen to something that was like entertaining. So I came across the podcast that was then called Magic the Amateuring, which is Megan and Maria. They're pretty big names in the Magic the Gathering community. Their podcast is now called Good Luck High Five. But back then, a couple years ago, it was called Magic the Amateuring. And I didn't even play Magic, but I started listening to their podcast. Like, I literally started with, like, episode 1. And,
oh, dang, you started from the beginning.
Yeah. It's not like I just started listening to whatever they were saying at that time. Like,
because they'd been around. Yeah, because they'd been around for a while.
A long time. Yeah, years. So, I started listening to their podcast. And when they started, they were, like, super new players and learning how to play. So
oh, that's cool.
It was really, it was super entertaining. They're really funny. And in the old days, they were like pretty, they were not so family friendly back then at all.
Oh, so, really? Because I've never listened to their old stuff.
Yeah, it's
you listen to them now, they're all proper. Stuff.
And they're still very funny now and very entertaining now. But, like, everything they say, like, a 5-year-old could listen to it. And it would be totally appropriate. But
it's definitely more advertiser-friendly.
Right. Exactly. For sponsors. But back then, they just said whatever. And it was hilarious. And I loved it. So I was like, okay, I want to play this game. So I got a box. I got like a deck builder's toolkit of, God, I don't even know, like Aether Revolt or something like that. And I just started playing with my husband, and we didn't know how to play. And when you like read the little rules paper that comes in one of those boxes, like you're not really learning how to play Magic from that at all, right? Because I had no idea like there was even a second main. Like after combat, we just that was the end of our turn. Right? Yeah. It was like, it just doesn't tell you, it's not detailed enough to like read the instructions on that one little sheet of paper and be able to play by yourselves.
Oh, so Mr. Kitten never played before?
No, he did not. That's correct, everyone out there. I do not play because my husband plays. I play because I wanted to play. So I guess he did play in high school, but he didn't keep his cards, and I did not start playing because he was playing. I picked it up, and I guess he didn't actually play properly in high school because he didn't know how to play either. So so we just started playing, and we just played at home. And I don't know, it was like at that point I started just a few months after that I started making videos, like pack opening videos, and that was it. Like now here I am. I'm still a normie, but I know some of the rules a little bit better now.
I know, now look at you. You're deeply ingrained in it.
I don't know if I would say that. Deeply ingrained.
Well, compared to okay, so we're normies, right?
Yeah.
You're a normie.
Yeah.
We're both normies, but we're definitely more deeply ingrained than I'd say normal normies.
Yeah, I mean, we do make content about this game, so we have to keep up with the news and that sort of thing for sure. Yeah.
So you're addicted. You can't get away from it.
What? I haven't even played. I haven't even played. Like, the last time I played was Tuesday night, playing EDH with you.
Was only 2 nights ago.
Oh, man, I am addicted. I need to play again.
I know, right? And we're going to play again.
In just a little bit.
Oh, man.
Yay.
I know.
Yeah, so that's pretty much my origin story.
So that was about 2 years ago. So, yeah, I think you remember you telling me you started when M19 came out.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And, see, and this is what I like especially when we do some of those segments on here where I show you some weird old cards and all that, because it sort of brings me back to, my origin story of playing with those terrible, terrible cards. And
yeah, and I'm like, I've never seen this before. This is wild.
And just the writing on it is just absolutely terrible too, which
Yeah,
is great.
they're weird.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so I mean, my origin story, geez, when I try to think back to what even got me wanting to play Magic, I don't remember. I was like 10 years old at the
Oh
time.
wow.
Um it was Urza Saga had just came out. That was back in 1996.
Oh.
And I just remember because I used to collect baseball cards. I had a huge collection of baseball cards. I used to have a rookie card of the first rookie card of Ken Griffey Jr. and that
Okay.
and that I think at one point was worth a lot of money, and then I lost it.
Oh
Uh,
dang.
and so I just remember going to the sports card shop
Yeah.
to pick up some packs with my mom, and I saw a thing of Magic, and I think I picked up a booster pack, and that was it. And
The rest is history.
history, and then I've taken breaks here and there,
Yeah.
um, and but I still love telling the story of back then because there was no game stores or anything,
Mm-hmm.
and we used to have to trade for basic lands because
What?
the because literally the only thing we could find in town were booster packs. They didn't have starter decks, no land packs or anything like that. So
Oh
you'd only get
wow.
basic lands from the booster packs you'd buy.
Okay, and there's not like a lot in there. There's like
No, it's
one.
yeah. So we used to have to trade for basic lands.
Oh my gosh, that is hilarious. I feel
Yeah.
like I have millions of basic lands at this
Oh,
point.
I know. I know. Now I have so many. I've gotten rid of so many, and I still have more.
I don't know what to do with them. I feel bad. I don't want to just throw them away.
I donate them to an LGS
Oh, okay. That's a good idea.
because they usually take them because when they do draft or sealed or anything, you
Yeah.
just go up there take the land. So
Gotcha.
and
Yeah.
if the store owner likes you, they'll sometimes give you store credit for the thousands upon thousands of basic lands you give them. I've
Wow.
had that happen before.
Cool.
A lot of times I'm just like, please take it. You're doing me a favor.
Yeah, just like I have so many. I need to get them out of my house, please.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's sort of my origin story. Not as
Cool.
exciting.
Well, yeah, but that was a long time ago. You've been playing Magic for a long time. That's exciting.
Yeah, and just like you, it's I can't even remember. Someone had to have taught us the rules at some point
Yeah.
because I mean we kind of knew how to play, but we didn't at the same time.
Right. Because there's like all these little details.
Oh yeah,
Like, it's not a simple game at all.
no, not at all.
No.
And especially when I remember trying to read the rules in one of the card magazines because when you wanted to look up prices for cards, you'd get this magazine.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was called, but they used to have like rules like how to play or something, and
Okay.
um yeah, but we
Interesting.
barely knew what we were doing.
That's funny. Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool. I can remember when I opened that box I got, the Deck Builder's Toolkit, I opened a Liliana of the Veil.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I was like, what is this card? I have no idea how to play it because it was a Planeswalker.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you do with this? What do these numbers on it mean? Like, I don't even know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember because I took a break from Magic right after the original Ravnica came out, and I didn't come back until M13, I want to say.
Mm.
And so Planeswalkers had already existed. So I remember when I opened up my first Planeswalker, just like you, I was blown away. Like, what is this? It's not a
Yeah.
creature. It's not
Right?
an enchantment. What do you do with it?
Right?
I don't
Exactly.
understand.
Yeah.
Because back in the like the old days, back in my day,
Mm-hmm.
um, the player we would be the Planeswalkers
Mm-hmm.
playing, right? You'd be
Yeah.
considered the Planeswalker. You're
Mm-hmm.
fighting another Planeswalker. Um, so when you had a Planeswalker card, I was so confused. Like I didn't know what was going on.
I guess they're just like your ally or something, right?
Yeah, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I did miss Shards of Alara. I know I missed so much. I did play during Kamigawa and OG Ravnica, which I personally loved Kamigawa. That to me was a so much fun set.
I think a lot
And
of people really like that set.
I think it's because I was just so into ninjas and samurai because I was in martial arts back then, and
Mm-hmm.
I was so obsessed with Asian culture and all
Yeah.
that, and so that was like my favorite set for a long time.
That's cool. Maybe
And
we'll go back someday.
well, I mean, Mark Rosewater always says, because that was one of the worst selling sets they've ever done.
Really?
Yeah, and yes, I was a weeb. I still kind of am. You know, I mean, hey, Pixie's a weeb too.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're both weebs. We talked. You saw my post where I
The Ichigo?
cosplayed Ichigo. Yeah, and you were
Uh,
you were just like, what? And I was like, yeah, duh. I love Bleach.
you've probably told me that, and I completely forgot. Because I've never really watched the Bleach anime. I only read the manga
Really?
for it, and I read the manga for like years. I read it.
Mm.
And so I started reading the One Piece manga too.
Oh, hey, kitty. I see a kitty in your background.
Oh, kitty.
Um, I
So
I tried to read the Bleach manga, and I just don't like it. I like watching the show better.
oh, you do?
I don't know what I don't know why.
Say that again. You broke up there.
I like watching the show a lot better than reading the manga.
Yeah, I think for me it's more of a time thing because I can read through the manga a lot quicker.
Yeah, it's so fast.
Yeah.
I've only seen Bleach through the Aizen arc, actually.
Yeah, I only read up until they originally captured Aizen, and then I started reading when Ichigo lost his powers or something, and then I stopped reading because it was getting dumb.
I maybe haven't got that far.
I don't know.
I gotta tell you what I love about it is like every time, and this is kind of like every anime, it's like every time the character like hits their like max power level, something else happens, and then they go beyond it. And then that's their max power level. And then something else happens and they go beyond that. And it's just like, oh my god, like how many times are you gonna like keep blowing your power level through the roof?
Well, that's what happens in Dragon Ball too.
I know.
Dragon Ball, it gets a little annoying.
I know.
Because
It's every anime like this. That type of anime, like that's always what happens, and it's just hilarious.
But when I was a kid, I loved that shit though.
Yeah, I have not watched
you're right,
Dragon
food time.
Ball, so
I mean,
I'm not
the
going to. Don't.
the original Dragon Ball is good because it's funny.
Don't try to
but-
convince me. I will not watch it.
I mean, it is a lot of episodes for sure.
Yeah,
It's a time commitment.
I don't have that much time.
Yeah,
It's not worth
I don't blame
it.
you.
Sorry.
So I guess one of the last things we have to talk about for the origin story is what has been your favorite Magic card so far?
I really hate this question.
I know, or at least just name a couple if you can,
How can you pick one favorite Magic card?
or maybe just a couple. I know there's some favorite vampires you
Yeah,
like.
Soren. I love Soren. I love every iteration of Soren that has ever existed. I'm just trying to think, like, what is a card that I really love to play? They're pretty much all black cards. Yeah, Sir Conrad. I really love Sir Conrad.
Yeah, I was about to say that, Sir Conrad. I hate that card.
I really like
hate it.
Gary. Yeah, that's it's just all of the black cards are my favorite cards, pretty much.
All of them?
Rankle, yeah, Rankle too. Yeah, Rankle. I love Rankle. Yeah.
Oh, Colin says Atali for me. No,
Oh, it's
Atali's
Holly.
bad.
Yeah.
Atali is good though. Atali's good. I mean, geez, when I think about some of my favorite cards, a lot of them are blue because I'm terrible.
Zuby.
Snapcaster Mage, one of my favorites. Uh,
What
you got
the?
Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, one of my favorite.
No.
Jace the Mind Sculptor, Krufix, God of Horizons. Yeah,
Why?
because I'm
Why?
terrible.
Yeah,
Because
you
I like
are.
those cards. I like them. They're fun
They're fun for who?
for me. Because
Yeah,
I
for
thought
you.
that was the point of the game.
Yeah, but like only for you. Everybody else is like miserable.
I mean, they're pretty easy to handle, though. You just stop
If
me
you
from what I'm
have the
doing.
right thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't see the problem.
All right. Just don't play your favorite cards against me, please.
One day I'll have you play against my Krufix deck.
What does that do?
I call it the Bank of Krufix. And
Okay.
so Krufix allows you to keep your mana if you don't spend it. So I just collect interest on mana and just play really big dumb Eldrazi.
What does any of that mean, though?
What do you mean?
What do you mean you collect interest on mana?
Well, that's just more of a pun. So what Krufix reads is, you know how when you tap your mana, if you don't use it in the next phase, it goes away.
Yes.
So Krufix, you keep that mana
Okay.
during the next phase, but it turns colorless. So you get effects like you just tap a bunch of your lands, you keep the mana, and then
Okay.
when it's your turn again, you have like, I don't know, 10, 20 mana saved up. Then you just start casting really big stuff.
Oh, gotcha. That's interesting.
It's my favorite commander ever.
Well, and there's like no way to deal with all that mana you've got stored up.
You have to get rid of Krufix. As soon as you get rid of Krufix, that
Then it
mana
would
goes
go
away.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, you don't keep it forever.
I see.
That'd be way too good if you did.
Yeah, if it just stayed there floating.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I'm a degenerate blue player. I know.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've been getting better with EDH. Like I'm not playing blue as much.
You've been branching out for sure. Yes.
And even if I do have blue in my deck, I've been making sure not to play counter spells.
Yes, thank you. I truly appreciate that because I hate counter spells.
I will say I'll sometimes put in 1 to 2 bounce spells though, because I mean
Yeah. A bounce spell
sometimes
is
you
not
gotta
as
do
bad
that.
as a counter. I mean, you need
Yeah.
removal. You need removal, so that's
Yeah.
okay. I'll give you that.
Well, Food Time, you said you're a degenerate player. I've just been kind enough not to play those decks on stream. That's okay. It's okay. We should just have a
Thanks, Food
degenerate
Time.
night.
Y'all can have degenerate night without me, okay? you can degenerize each other. Is that a word? No, I made it up.
Efren. Oh, really? Because I seem to remember an unprovoked fierce guardianship the other day. That's because what did I kill? The Marchesa?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't he play like a board wipe or something and then tried to get Marchesa back and then I just killed it again or something?
Yeah, something like that. Okay, but
Yeah.
like then Efren won the whole game like out of nowhere. We
'Cause
were all
Efren's
like,
the worst.
yeah, we were all like, Efren's not a threat, so let's just like attack everybody else.
That's not how it went down. Whatever, Efren. All right. We're the ones talking, and I think I just need to put Efren in timeout.
Oh dang. Yeah, that was a really fun game though. Like I did not see that ending happening that way at all.
No, and I felt a little bad because I wanted to do at least one more game, but like the first 45 minutes we were just talking about Nicolas Cage and Henry Cavill, Ryan Gosling, and
we had several board wipes though. Like they weren't true
yeah,
board
that too.
wipes, but everything got removed a couple of times. That slowed stuff down. Yeah, it was the approach. It was the approach of the second son. It just came out of nowhere, and we were like, "What is this?"
I know, right?
Not
I think he sleight-of-handed that card into his deck.
Yeah, I mean, you could so easily. We can't see what's going on off screen.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust Efren.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah,
knows?
he's
We'll
yeah,
have to
who
see
knows?
if we ever play with him again.
We probably will.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I tutored for it, you normies. And by
Oh, he
tutored, you mean
did.
he tutored for it because he could have tutored it for it outside the game too. It could have been not
Hmm.
in his deck. He tutored and then he took his deck off screen.
Yeah, exactly. Just
We know
happened to
how
show up there.
Efren works.
Interesting. But that's kind of a good segue into our next topic.
How to
Building EDH decks.
not how to
About,
cheat in EDH?
no, not how to cheat in EDH.
Oh.
If the topic was going to be how to cheat in EDH, I would have Effort on here right now. Just kidding, Efren. We don't actually think you're cheating. We're just teasing.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. But building EDH decks, like I wanted to talk to you about this because I am very new to EDH. I've only been playing for a few months, and I actually really love it. I was super resistant to it, but now I love it.
Yes, I remember that. I remember that video you made too. The sign your life away or whatever.
Yeah, well, it is true. Like, it's true.
You
Once
kind of
you're
do,
in, you're in, man. It's just
yeah,
like
that's it.
You fall hard for the EDH. So
It's like, yeah.
Yeah. So when it comes to building an EDH deck, I'm new to it.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you do that sort of thing? Like the decks that I've played. Okay, Efren is saying that video was a personal attack against me. I was always nagging her about EDH. Yeah, it's true. It was a personal
was
attack. It was a personal attack.
I think Efren told me that too at one point.
Okay, so but anyways, building an EDH deck. So the decks that I play, a couple of them are precons that have been updated.
Yeah.
And then the other decks that I've built, like my Rats deck, I pretty much used a list for that. So, but how do you kind of go about building your own deck? Do you have any sort of framework for how you would build it?
Yeah, so I've got how many decks? I mean, I've got a lot. I've probably got like almost 20 EDH decks, and
Whoa.
I am like when it comes to EDH, there's usually kind of two schools of thoughts I've seen where you try to build around the commander or you just pick the commander for the colors. You don't really care about the commander that much, but I like to personally build decks that really focus around the commander, what the commander can do.
Okay.
And I get very, very, very picky about commanders. Like, I don't want to just pick the most popular one out there and just do the flavor of the week type deck that everybody's doing because not only I'm trying to be unique and all that stuff. It's more because I want to do something that's going to personally interest me in wanting to play the deck, right? So my latest deck that I built, I guess we can do a quick little deck tech here, was just showing the camera. It's Sisay Weatherlight Captain. And yes, I will admit, I got the idea for this deck because of Efren when we did our EDH for Normies. He did play Sisay on here, and I wanted to build my own Sisay deck because of what she can do, because she can tutor up for legendary permanent cards, and that is super, super, super good, being able to tutor up stuff like that. So my theme of the deck was I really, really wanted to experiment with Sanctum of All. The new the glare is really bad. Hold on, maybe if I just move the white screen away from my computer. No, that doesn't help. Sanctum of All, the new M21 shrine. And so I mean, I know this is a deck that a lot of people are building now because with the Sanctum of All, it's a new card, and you're able to tutor up for all the shrines from Kamigawa and then the 5 new shrines from M21. I wanted to build sort of an enchantment-based deck on that point. So, I mean, obviously, when it came to building this, I had to get all 11 shrines, including the multicolored one. So I had all those already, but then I wanted to start figuring out, well, what are going to be some of the ways I can get this done? Because what if Sisay keeps dying, or my enchantments keep getting destroyed, keep getting board wipes?
Yes.
So I try to put in some. So I try to compensate for stuff like that.
Okay.
Either putting in card draw so I can have plenty of cards to go through my deck. I put in tutors like Grim Tutor, which is the new black. Well, not new. It's the reprint in M21. Idyllic Tutor, which allows me to get enchantments. Academy Rector, which allows me to play an enchantment if Academy Rector dies. Just ways to get the enchantments I want to get. And then also, so when you're looking at a deck that's just sort of nothing but enchantments like that, you're going to have a weakness to where you can't really defend yourself, right? Because in a deck like this, and in my deck, I don't have a lot of creatures, and the creatures I do have are only really meant to help me either draw cards or tutor up stuff, right? They're not going to be meant for ever swinging on you at all, ever.
Yeah.
So I have to think about that as well. So that's where you put in stuff people like to call stacks effects, where it's enchantments like Ghostly Prison, like the one that Efren played, where you can't attack if you pay 2 for each creature.
Okay.
Or I have stuff like Sphere of Safety, where creatures can attack you unless they pay X, where X is the number of enchantments you control.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, Propaganda, where creatures can attack you unless they pay 2 for each creature.
Okay.
Stuff like that, just to help slow down the amount of people that are coming after you.
Okay.
And I know that kind of makes you a target and all that, so people are going to start destroying your enchantments. So there's some stuff you can try to do to try to mitigate that, and that's recursion. So recursion being your stuff dies, goes in the graveyard, you want ways to get it back, right? So I've got stuff like Eerie Ultimatum, which return any number of permanent cards with different names from my graveyard to the battlefield, right?
Okay.
Then I've got stuff like Open the Vaults, return all enchantment and all artifact and enchantment cards from all graveyards to the battlefield under their owner's control. So if there's a mass enchantment wipe, I can just be like, okay, it's back, you know?
Yeah.
Stuff like a new one that Colin actually helped me pick out is called Crystal Chimes from Urza Saga.
Okay.
It is a 3-mana artifact. You can pay 3 to tap this and sack it. Return all enchantment cards from your graveyard to your hand. So that's pretty sweet as well, too.
Yeah.
There are better recursion cards to get for enchantments, but some of them are really expensive. And I'm just not about that expensive life. Like, if I don't have it already, I'm most likely not going to buy it, you know?
Okay. So you just find what you've got that fits the sort of mold for what you're looking for, and you put that in there.
Yeah, and I try to think of other stuff that may help swing things around in terms of the game. Like, some of the other enchantments I have, Authority of the Consuls, where everybody's creatures come in tapped. So it's going to slow everyone down, right?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Darksteel Mutation, which makes a creature become a 0/1 with Indestructible, and they lose all their abilities. So if I don't like your Korvold commander, I'm going to, maybe I'll mutate Korvold.
Excuse me? Why does everybody target Korvold?
So some of my favorite cards in this deck actually are some of the other ones that I haven't seen a lot of other lists. The first one that I haven't really seen a lot of is Dissipation Field. It's a 2 double blue enchantment. Whenever a permanent deals damage to you, return it to its owner's hand. So let's say somehow someone has 10 tokens and they swing at you. All those 10 tokens are going to disappear if they do damage to you.
Oh, dang.
So
that's an enchantment?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's a nice way to hey, okay, you can deal damage to me, but all your stuff is gonna it's gonna go away.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that I really like that you can sort of help, it's sort of like a politic type card where you can help an opponent out. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe you want to help an opponent uh, take someone out, is War Cadence.
Okay.
I found this card just by looking through all my cards, and War Cadence is 2 and a red enchantment. You can pay X and a red. This turn, creatures can't block unless their controller pays X for each blocking creature he or she controls. So
Ooh.
so what happens? Let's say you, Pixie, are attacking Efren,
Yes.
and I don't,
Yes.
I don't want Efren to block at all. I'm gonna pay X in red, so he has to pay 10 mana for one creature to block.
Oh shoot! Yeah, let's do that. That sounds
I
good.
figured that could be a really good political card
Yeah,
where you're like,
I
yeah,
like
I'll help
that.
you out, you know. So it's stuff like that when I'm building decks like that. Um, I first of all want to try to make it fun, you know, because now that I'm not really playing with my normal play group anymore during the pandemic, because I
Yes.
used to have to make my decks really strong. That was
Oh,
the
against
the only
them?
only way I'd be able to keep up, you know,
Yeah.
and I kind of realized that when I started playing with you guys and all that, I'm like, oh crap, my decks are
Your
like,
decks are really OP.
yeah. So
Yeah.
now that I'm purposely trying to make these, I wouldn't say weaker, I'd try to say less optimized,
Yes.
because you know there's better cards I could put into this. It's more of, I look through my binders and I try not to go on edhrec.com and look at lists, because I feel like that kind of takes away from the fun of building a deck.
Mm.
The only time I use it is like when I'm trying to think of 2 or 3 cards left that I want to pick out and I just can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
And it's, shut up, Baltan. I saw that.
Yeah, Zuby.
So I try to find something that's gonna be fun. Try to make something that's gonna like be shenanigan level
Yeah.
style,
Mm-hmm.
and just really, you know, you don't know how well it's gonna do until you play it, right? And that's
Okay.
when,
So actually, that's a really nice thing to hear you say, because that's how I feel. But I just feel like, well, I don't know what I'm doing, so that's why I feel like I don't know if this deck is really going to work out or not. But it's nice to
yeah,
hear you say that as a much more seasoned player when you really don't know either.
yeah, like some of the easiest things to figure out is your land base, right?
Yeah.
Depending on the style of play you're going for, like, are you going for a faster style of play?
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe you want to go on the 36 to 37 lands, right? If you know you're going for the longer game and you have a lot of higher costing cards, maybe you want to go 38 lands. So that's something that could be easily fixed by playing it a few times, because there's been a few decks where I've had to add or subtract some lands because
Mm-hmm.
I either got land flooded way too much and I had plenty of mana rocks to compensate,
Mm-hmm.
or I didn't have enough land and I had to add 1 to 2 lands to make it feel better.
Yeah.
Um, and so those are the kind of stuff that you can, those are the easy things to fix when you get done building your deck. Um, After that, when you want to upgrade a deck,
Yes.
um, is really just like, and I'll be honest, I don't take a lot of time for this because I sort of build a deck and I'll focus on that deck, and once I feel it's in a good position, I may kind of ignore it, you know, for a little while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until I either play against someone else and they play a card that seems really, really, really cool and fun, and I'll be like, I need that card.
Mm-hmm.
I need that card now in you know, XYZ deck.
Yeah.
Or until a new set comes out and it's just, you kind of know that card is going to fit with that EDH deck.
Whenever you want to upgrade something like that, how do you choose what to replace?
That is a good question, because that's hard to figure out.
Okay.
It's, so let me pull up my Crewfix deck, because I feel like my Crewfix deck is probably my most like optimized deck that I could say. I mean, the only other things I could really optimize with it would be the land base, like getting more fetch lands and dual lands in there, but I'm not going to spend hundreds of dollars on that crap, you know?
Yeah.
I don't care enough for that. So that's a good question, because Crewfix is like probably the deck I care about the most, and I just recently updated 2 cards out of it. For some older cards, like I put in Cryptic Command and Consecrated Sphinx. I've never had those cards in there before. And so what I took out was I had to really just. So what I like to do for myself, my process is I'll separate all my cards into, like, this is the creature pile, this is the enchantment pile, instant sorcery pile. You know what I mean? So just
Yeah.
like all into separate piles, and I'll look and be like, okay, what card's not really working out for me, or if this card is better, like let's say that a new card comes out and it's way better than Seedborn Muse, right? Or way better than Llanowar Elves.
Yeah.
I'll really take a look and be like, would this make the deck better or worse if I take this card out and replace it with this? And it's really just trying it out to see if it works, you know. And that's sort of my process every time I do, is I'll just really look at my list and see what I would take out would either make the deck worse or better.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say unless, and it's different for each deck, right?
Yeah.
And it's because each deck has its own different play style, and
right.
Because especially when you have that one deck that you feel you've optimized to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
And all that, it gets a lot harder to figure out what to replace.
Yeah.
It's like with a newer deck, and like a brand new deck you just put together and you've played it a couple times, I feel like from that you should kind of know what its weaknesses are. Like, maybe I'm not getting enough land, maybe I'm not drawing enough stuff, maybe I don't have enough creatures, you know, something like that, whatever the play style may be.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like that's kind of it in a nutshell. Did you have any other questions? How do you upgrade stuff in existing, or how to upgrade a precon?
Yeah.
So upgrading a precon, I could talk about that a little bit, because I just did that for. So I had the 2 new precons, the Cathrol and the Abzan Cathrol one, and the Mutate one. I definitely updated the Mutate one more than the Cathrol one.
Yes.
And so when you're upgrading a precon, I sort of take it the same way as if I'm building a brand new deck, right? I look at it from, all right, what does this deck do? Do I enjoy the play style of this deck? Like, we'll take Mutate, for example. I love Mutate. Mutate is so much fun. It's complicated as hell, as we found out the other night.
Yeah.
Especially when, what was it? Ephron banished my giant Mutate creature.
Yes.
And we had to figure out, okay, what happens if I destroy that enchantment?
Right. Where does everything go?
Yeah. So I love the Mutate style. So basically what I did with that deck was I took out everything that wasn't related to Mutate.
Okay.
And I went from there. So, and then I just started adding the Mutate creatures that weren't already in the deck. I added some ramp to it, some removal, some card draw. And that was really about it.
Okay.
Because it that way it's sort of simple. I feel like for anybody else that upgrades a precon, that's probably going to be the easiest way to do it, is look at the play style of that deck. What do you like about that play style? Take out everything that's not related to that play style and just start adding in stuff that relates to it.
That's what, so I like to play Anji, and that's a precon.
Yeah.
And I've upgraded it a little tiny bit, but not much. But I think...
No, and it's a good deck. You've been able to kick some butt with that deck.
Hey, Ricky Bobby, thanks for the follow.
Dang it, Ricky Bobby. Hey, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, I do like the deck, and it's pretty good, but I would like to upgrade it a little bit more. But like that deck's whole thing is madness, so maybe I can go through it and see what doesn't have madness. And
Yeah,
if
so
I can upgrade
yeah,
those
that
things.
and some other stuff you could look at too would be look at how much graveyard recursion you have too in the deck. Like how much stuff do you have where, because you're not always going to discard stuff with madness. Do you have ways to get that stuff back should you want it? You know,
Yeah, and I
maybe,
don't think there are ways to get stuff back out of the graveyard at all.
and you may want something like that because
Yeah.
it may help,
Yeah.
that way you get something back that has madness into the graveyard. Like maybe you couldn't cast it right that turn, but you had to discard it, and then you get it back into your hand, and oh look, I can play the madness cost of it again, or whatever you want to do, whatever shenanigans.
Yeah, that's a
So,
good idea.
yeah, it's really, that's my favorite thing about EDH is finding that like interesting play style that commanders can do, and that's what really draws me to it.
Yeah.
Just try to make it unique to where it's not just, I mean, yeah, I have some decks that are just tribal stuff, right? Just beat you in the face.
Yeah.
But now as things have gotten more and more complicated with Magic coming out, I want stuff that is more interesting. Like the Mutate deck, I love that thing because it's complicated, but it's so fun.
It's extremely complicated. I could never play it. I'm just like, I have no idea what's going on over there with this Mutate.
It's definitely complicated, but it's fun. It's a fun deck.
Yeah. Well, that's all that matters. You enjoy it. Yeah. That's it.
Exactly. And that's the great thing about EDH is, my play styles and what I enjoy are way different than you. And, you and I could both have the same commander, but build them completely different.
We totally could. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've both played Corvold before, but I think our decks were actually pretty similar.
Yeah, because I think you and I both did sort of the same thing. We just kind of took the Brawl deck and just added stuff to it.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know I can make Corvold better, but Corvold by himself is already pretty damn strong.
Good. Yeah.
I
do
already
need to go
pretty
through,
damn good.
I need to go through that deck though again and maybe change some stuff out.
Well, yeah, like your Rats deck, for instance, that's your latest one, right? Mm-hmm. And that's I think I've only seen you play it once or twice.
Yeah, I haven't played it very much.
And so that would be a perfect one for you to keep playing and just understand, what's weak about it. Like what's strong about it, what's weak about it,
Yes.
What is it doing well, what's it doing bad, and just, I mean, I know I make this seem like this all complicated thing, like I'm so smart and this is what I do for every single thing. No, it's just more of and I don't write any of this shit down. It's just more of I guess because I'm so used to deck building these, as you play it, you just sort of know, okay, this is what's bad about this deck and this is what I'm going to do to fix it, type thing.
Yeah, I would love to play my Rats deck more and get some more experience in with it so I can find out where its weaknesses are. Yeah, I don't even know if I have the land number right on that. But one good thing about it is it's mono black, so it's not like I have to have a bunch of special lands. Let's do it then. Let's play right now.
No, Efren.
No, Efren. But we can play soon. I want to play my Rats again.
Yeah, that's true.
Just sometime.
I want to play.
Is there a Jumpstart Rats? There's not, is there?
Is there?
I don't think there is.
I thought there was.
There is?
Maybe? I don't know.
We'll see. Maybe I'll get it.
Screw Jumpstart, get those rats. No. Pixie and I have been talking about Jumpstart from the very first episode. Didn't we talk about it from the very first episode of Normies?
Yeah, like this is the reason we started this whole show.
Yeah, so
we're
shut up,
playing
Efren.
Jumpstart, Efren. I bought 10 copies of Approach on Cardsphere, and it's going in every deck.
Well, I guess I'm not inviting Efren to play EDH with us anymore.
Me either. If you can't be on EDH for Normies if you have Approach of the Second Sun in your deck.
Oh,
it's
shit.
Banned. It is banned from EDH for Normies.
It's been 5,000 years.
I love it. Okay, well that was all really interesting. I appreciate you talking about that, Zuby, because I'm trying to build EDH decks, but it just seems a little bit daunting for me right now to just start with nothing. It's easier for me to start with a pre-con, and
Yeah, for sure.
I guess maybe I should like actually look at what's in those decks a little bit more too, to just sort of get an idea of what should be in a deck as well.
Yeah,
Sure.
like I said, best thing to do is just separate it each by card type.
Yeah.
And just really look what's in each type and what goes well. And what I always do when I want to build from scratch is, I don't know how you have your like rares, mythics, and all your good cards separated. I don't know if they're in binders or whatever, but
No.
I'll just, however you have yours organized, is I'll just go through it, and like if I have an idea for a commander I want to play, I'll just start looking at those colors for that commander and be like, well, what could go well with this, and
Gotcha.
just go from there. And sometimes what I'll do is like Grun, my mono green Grun deck was, I look through my green binders, I look through my bigger boxes I got back there for that I know I have like uncommons, commons, and green and all that.
Yeah.
I probably had like 150 cards for like my first run through, and it took me a while to cut down to 100.
Oh dang! What do you put in a binder?
All my rare,
every rare and every mythic that you have goes in a binder.
Even if they're bulk rares, I put them in a binder, and I'll put like any commons or uncommons that are worth, I think, more than $2 or $3 as well too.
Oh, how do you organize them in the binders?
With card pages.
No, I just mean like in what order?
Oh, in what order?
So, like, how do you find them?
Oh, so I've got 7 or 8 binders.
Oh God.
And so each binder is separated by color. And I have it separated by release date. So I've got like, it starts from alpha to the latest set.
Okay.
And
that's interesting. I have one binder. And I just put cards that I like in it.
Yeah, I do have another binder. I call it my collection binder. Oh. I've got all my slivers in there, because slivers are my favorite creature type.
Okay.
And I have one of each sliver in there. Mm-hmm. And then I have the cards that I previewed for WotC, and then I had some cards that other content creators have signed and I put in there as well too.
Oh, cool. That's interesting, because I hear people talk about binders a lot, but I'm like, what do you put in the binder?
I put rares and mythics because it's the easiest way to find them, and even the bulk stuff, because you never know when that bulk rare is either gonna go up in value or when it's gonna be really good in a deck.
Yeah, work in whatever you might be trying to build later down the road.
Yeah. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay, this has been super enlightening, honestly. It's been really
Shut up, Efren.
I know. He says, I have a binder that is just Approach of the Second Sun.
I organize my cards autobiographically. Just stop.
Efren is the most extra person.
Super extra. So should we play our game real quick before we go to Jumpstart?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, so we are playing Fact or Fiction. We have not played this game on Magic for Normies, but we used to play it on 10th Street.
Yes, we did.
And I figured...
With our guests.
Yes.
Yes.
And I figured this would be a cool time to involve our chat with this as well, too. So
yes, chat.
Basically, the gist of the game is both Pixie and I, we came up with 3 different facts, and you got to find out which is the real one, because 2 of them are fake.
Yes. 1 is a fact and 2 are fiction. So, but we're going to just say them all like they're facts. So everyone in chat, you're going to guess which one do you think is true, right? 1 is true and 2 are not true. Okay.
Correct. Do you want to start first, or should I?
Sure, I'll go first.
Okay. No,
Okay.
winner does not get a Stitch playmat.
No,
Shut up.
the
Effort.
winner gets to choose an
emote
emoji
to spam?
to spam in chat. Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So for my fact or fiction, number 1, I have a sister who lives in St. John.
Okay.
Number 2, I've worn glasses since I was 2 years old.
I could see that.
And number 3, I went on a surprise honeymoon. Those are my 3. Okay, so chat, tell me which one of those do you think is true?
I'm going with the surprise honeymoon. That's what I'm guessing.
Okay.
What does chat think?
Number 1, I have a sister who lives in St. John. Number 2, I've worn glasses since I was 2 years old. And number 3, I went on a surprise honeymoon.
So Dougie Fresh says number 2 is the fact.
I've worn glasses since I was 2 years old. Baltan says number 1, I have a sister who lives in St. John. We got some variety here. And Zuby, you said number 3.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, Pat Crack Fever says number 1 as well. Okay, are you ready for the answer? So,
Yes.
So number 1, I have a sister who lives in St. John. That is fiction. I have a sister who lives in St. Thomas.
Ooh.
Not St. John. So,
Okay.
Yes, they are both U.S. Virgin Islands, but she lives in St. Thomas, not St. John. Sorry, those who picked number 1. Number 2, I've worn glasses since I was 2 years old. That is fiction. I've worn glasses since I was 1 year old.
Oh, dang.
Yes, I have worn glasses my entire life.
How blind are you without them?
Pretty blind. Baltan, I did get you because I know that we've talked about this before, Baltan. That's why I picked the wrong island. I was wondering if you were going to remember that. Yeah. I had this conversation with Baltan. Yeah, I got you, Doug, with the 1 year. So that means number 3 is the correct one. Zuby, you got
dang.
it. I went on a surprise honeymoon. Yes, when I got married, I planned my wedding myself, and I told my husband to plan the honeymoon, and I didn't even want to know where it was going to be. Which, honestly, like, I'm a control freak, so that was a lot for me. But planning the wedding was really stressful and a lot of work, so I was like, I just don't even want to bother with that. So he planned it for me, and we went to Nicaragua, and it was amazing.
Ooh,
yeah,
that sounds awesome.
It was so much fun. It was.
How long were you
the
there
greatest.
for?
We were there for a week. The one thing, so when we got off the plane, though, I was like, okay, so what do we do now? And he was like, I don't know. We're supposed to have a driver here, but I don't know how to get in touch with them. What, you're married? Why do I even follow? Yes, I am married. Yes, I am, Efren. You know this.
I think he was talking about me.
Oh, Zuby. Yeah, Zuby, we're both married. Zuby and I are both married. Not to each other, but we are both married. Sorry, everyone.
Sorry.
Hate to break it to you.
This guy is off the market.
Yeah. Okay, so you won, Zuby. You get to pick the emote. What emote are we going to spam?
I want to pick...
Yeah?
Hold on. We're gonna pick... Ooh, is that a Charizard one? Or is that someone else's? Oh, okay. No, that's someone else's, like, thing.
Oh.
We're gonna pick Panic This.
Panic This? What is that?
I don't know, but I like the look of it.
We're spamming it. Oh, God. Oh, God.
I don't know what it is, but it looks weird.
I like it. There's Daisy. What? Yeah, there's Daisy.
Yeah, Daisy.
She's sleeping. Hi, Daisy. Hi. Wake up, Daisy. Okay, Zuby.
It's because
What?
You don't know what you're doing, Efren. That's why it won't work.
Panic face. Yeah, Efren, just don't even try. All right,
God,
Zuby,
Efren.
you're up. Fact or fiction?
All right. Whew. Okay.
Here we go.
So, got to get my straight face on.
Okay.
Number 1. I helped a doctor find a disease on a chest x-ray by pointing out the poop in the patient's stomach. Number 2. In a club in Chicago, I had to shoo away a small person from my friend as he was trying to grab onto her leg. Number 3. I ended up getting an employee fired after I found they were Bitcoin mining on the network.
Oh, dang! These are all so exciting, honestly.
So I'll repeat them again for chat in case they
repeat them for me too.
Number 4. Yes. Okay. So number 1, I helped a doctor find a disease on a chest x-ray by pointing out the poop in the patient's stomach. Number 2, in a club in Chicago, I had to shoo away a small person from my friend as they were trying to grab onto her leg. And number 3, I ended up getting an employee fired after I found out they were Bitcoin mining on the network.
I'm going to choose number 3.
You're going number 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Baltan says number 2. Efren says number 1.
Doug says number 3. I know. I don't even know, right? Like, these are all so wild.
I tried to come up with the wildest ones.
Mm-hmm. You did.
Because I will say, they all have a little bit of truth to them.
Oh, boy.
Anyone else out there? I think it was just...
In the world? Yeah, I don't know. Any of these. It could be any of these. Bitcoin isn't mined on a network. It's a GPU operation. Oh, dang. That's the one I picked.
Yeah, but you'd still see a lot of network traffic for it, though.
Yeah, Efren. Duh. Trying to shut
You'd see
down.
some very curious network traffic.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So, all right. So I think, oh, which one are you going with?
I said
which
3.
one did you?
I said number
3. Okay. So number 1, I helped a doctor find a disease on a chest x-ray by pointing out the poop in the patient's stomach. That's false.
Okay.
I actually had a doctor just show me how to find poop on a patient's chest x-ray.
Okay.
I was training the doctor on a new system, and we were reading, and he was reading chest x-rays to get used to the system, and he was like, oh, that's how you find poop, and he was pointing it all out to me, and I'm all like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, number 2,
Uh-huh.
there is no poop in the stomach. What? Shut up, Efren. Jesus. In a club in Chicago, I had to shoo away a small person from my friend as he was trying to grab onto her leg. That's the one that's true.
Oh! Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, it's a little bit exciting. I think Baltan is the only one who got that one right.
Yeah, Baltan did. With some question marks, but hey, it counts. You said number 2, Baltan.
It counts. So at about when I went to Chicago for RSNA, not last year, the year before. Yeah, it wasn't last year. Yeah, definitely the year before. We all got majorly drunk, and I found myself in a club, and I saw a small person, literally try to like grab onto one of our like buddies' legs, and I had to like shoo him away, be like, "No, go away."
Oh my gosh.
He was probably only like 3'4" or something like that, and he was just and the lady that he was grabbing onto, she was really tall too, like 6'5" or something, and
oh my god,
it was amusing because the height difference and all that, and we had to tell him he was clearly blasted too, so we had to tell him just like go away, stop.
Oh my gosh.
And then number 3, I ended up getting employee fired after I found they were Bitcoin mining on the network. Did end up getting someone fired, but it was for porn, not Bitcoin.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Come on, people.
Yeah. So in my old job, we used to have this software that would you'd be able to see what people are actively doing on their computers at the time. And we found this
Their
guy in Chicago.
Work computers.
Yeah, on a work computer.
Yeah.
He was just going at it with just the porn. We're like, oh my God.
How do you think nobody's ever gonna find that out?
Well, because you have stuff called web filters that will trigger off alerts when people are going to stuff they shouldn't be going to.
Yeah, but like you have to know you're being monitored, like any employee.
Oh, people don't care. It's crazy.
Gosh.
People really don't care, and it's we ended up getting that person fired because one, it could have posed a risk to our network because
Yeah.
viruses and all that,
Sure.
and two, it's you shouldn't be doing that. I mean, if you're gonna do it on your smartphone when it's not on the network,
And like maybe not during work time also when you're supposed to be working.
Exactly. So, but yeah.
Wow. That's interesting. Well,
Yeah.
that was fun. We learned some new facts about you tonight.
Yeah, and we learned some new facts about you.
Yeah, we did. Okay, so we're gonna play some Jumpstart, but we need to reconfigure our webcams.
Yeah, I need to
and
move
stuff.
my camera. Yeah.
I've got to move mine too. So we are going to
I guess this should be the end of the podcast portion, right?
Yeah, this will be the end of this. And
Because we're not going to put the Jumpstart play on the audio, are we?
Oh no, that we won't.
Okay.
No,
That'll be a separate video and all that.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stop the stream and then give us about 5 minutes, and we'll start the stream back up for our Jumpstart gameplay. But yeah, this is gonna be the end of our audio portion. So thanks for hanging out, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. It was fun.
Yeah, we'll be back in about 5 minutes for Jumpstart. So just hang around.
All right, bye.
Bye.